Hey everyone, this is Chris Yarrington coming to you with another Mindful Monday. Today we're going to be talking about the 7 secrets to sticking with your workout routine. All right, with this, everyone's gone through it where they've started a routine and they've been all gung-ho, super excited, and then what happens? You lose the fire and eventually you fall off of that workout routine and you're no longer doing it. So today, I'm going to bring you through 7 secrets that will help you maintain that enthusiasm and that motivation to do those workouts and that routine, and how to make sure that you're successful and able to maintain it. So the first one here, the first secret is tracking your routine. It's as simple as that, making sure that not only are you using periodization like I talked about in a video past, but you're also tracking that you're actually accomplishing those workouts. A lot of the time people will just kind of do their workout. They have an idea what's going to happen and that routine, and they set it up, but then they're not tracking it. So they don't know that they're doing it, and they're not really seeing that they're accomplishing what they're setting out to do. So making sure that one, you've got your different workouts broken up, whether it's it's an upper body day and then a lower body day, and then you've got a cardio day for 3 days a week. Or if you have some other breakup for that, whatever it is, we want to make sure that you have it laid out so that you know that you're accomplishing your workouts throughout the week. The other thing is making sure that you're going in and you're interacting with that workout. So you're tracking the activities that you're doing, you're tracking the weight that you're doing, you're tracking the minutes that you're doing, the distance that you're doing, so that you can see the progression and you can go back and say, yeah, I did 3 workouts for 4 weeks in a row already. I'm doing great. I'm on it, or whatever it is. So that's the first step, is tracking your routine. The next one is going to be building in your breaks. Not only is it important for you to track, but it's also important for you to take a break in your week, in your month, in your year, making sure that you're giving your body some rest and recuperation, because your body can't go 100% of the time. What's going to happen is you're going to break your body down so much that you either get injured or you get so exhausted that you can't function, and you actually start declining in your strength and your ability. And once you're declining, you're like, why am I doing this? All right. So getting yourself into a situation where you're just working against yourself is not where we want to be. So we want to put those breaks in there. Whether it's a weekly break that you're doing one day on, 1 day off, or if it's 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, or if it's 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 1 day, whatever it is, however you want to break it up. But there has to be a break in there, because like I said, you can't go 100% all of the time. Okay? Now, the next one's going to be accountability. Having an accountability partner, having some sort of support. Right now, it might be a little hard because we're all in isolation. So that's fine. Call someone up on the phone. Get on the same routine and the same regimen as them, and then converse about it. Have them checking in with you. Hey, how did your workout go today? Man, it was a tough one. Yeah, you can have a quick phone call or a quick text message, that back and forth conversation that goes on where you're like, okay, yeah, this person's holding me accountable. You get support from those people. The other thing to do is to put your goals out there. I want to work out 5 days a week, and I'm going to put that out there to my friends and my family, so that my friends, my family, they're going to be asking me questions about that. And when they're asking me questions, that means that because they're going to be asking me, I'm going to be making sure that I'm doing it, because I know they're going to ask me. I know they're going to check in, and that gives me accountability. So setting up some sort of accountability for you to make sure that people are holding you accountable to your workout plans. Now, the other side of planning is going to be setting your goals, making sure that you are setting up your goals and you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. If you are constantly shooting for nothing, then you're not going to want to get out of bed in the morning. It's not going to make you excited. It's not going to get you, up and out and ready to jump on that bike or go on that run or lift those weights in the morning. When it starts to get hard, when you're conviction starts to waver or your commitment starts to waver, your goals hold you in line. Your goals help you make better decisions. So your goals have to be clear. Make sure that those goals are set and you are ready to go and you're aiming true north and you know exactly how you're going to get there. And then all you got to do is do it. And if you make those goals public, once again, bringing in that accountability, if you make those goals public, then when you finally hit them, you can rejoice with your friends and families. You can celebrate with your friends and families. And you can also be held accountable as people check in with you and hitting your goals. All right? So set those goals. It's going to have a profound effect on your motivation. That's a huge one for motivation. Now, we also want to make sure that you're planning for fun days. When I say plan for fun days, I'm talking like everyone knows that working out, it can be fun, it can be enjoyable, but some people think that it's a little bit of a drag. All right? They love it, but they also kind of don't love it. Some people just love it 100%. Some people just hate it 100%. But whatever the case, wherever you are between those two, what we want to do is we want to plan the fun days. And what I'm talking about is not the days off. This is where you do a fun activity that you enjoy that also helps you go towards your workout goals. Whether it's you go on a hike, you are working on leg strength and biking or running, you go on a hike as your fun activity that is not a day off. All right, you do a 10-mile hike and your goal is to run a 5K, that's going to help you run that 5K. All right, so that's a way that you can add that in. Let's say you want to do upper body. I live here in Southern California. Maybe your goal is to increase your upper body strength. You want to be able to lift, yada, yada, yada. And it's all based on chest and shoulders and back strength. Well, okay, go surfing. Pick a day that you're going to take off and go surfing. And that's not a day off of working out. That is a day of grueling upper body workout, but in a different way. And in the ocean, change of scenery, outside, all of that stuff. It gives you a little mental break because not only do you need the physical breaks in there, you need the mental one too. So stepping out of the gym, stepping out of the garage, stepping out of wherever you're working out, it's important that you do switch it up a little bit and get a little bit of variance in there. Okay? So plan those fun days. The next one is going to be setting up some sort of competition or progress check. Whether it's a 5K, 10K, whether it's a marathon or half marathon, whether it's a bike race, whether it's a lifting competition with a friend, whether it's a push-up competition with a friend or a squat jump competition, whatever it is. Maybe it's a progress check in the sense of how many push-ups can I do in a row? How heavy can I lift for 2 reps or 4 reps or 8 reps or whatever it is. But any sort of progress check or some competition that you can do to let yourself know that you have made progress. And we want to set those up, not 1 week out, but it's hey, every 2 months or every 3 months, I'm going to have a little competition or a progress check to make sure that I have the vision of how I'm moving forward. I can compare, hey, from 3 months ago, I've definitely made a big impact. And it has to be far enough out. Because if you put it too close and that competition is, let's say, a month out, the impact that you're going to have, it could be detrimental because you might be like, oh, I haven't made enough progress. It could demotivate you. When we hit 2 to 3 months out, we have made enough progress that you're going to surprise yourself. And so that's key to keep the momentum, keep the mindset of this is a positive thing, is making sure you're planning that competition far enough out. All right. Now, the next one is going to be give yourself time. Just like I was saying with that, give yourself time. All right. You cannot jump in, start working out, and then weigh yourself every single day and expect to see results every single day. You are setting yourself up for failure if you're doing it that way. If your goal is to lose weight, we do not want to weigh yourself every single day because what's going to happen? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But if we look in the trend, if you're trying to lose weight and we're up here, in 2-3 weeks, we're going to be down a little bit lower. 2-3 more weeks, we're going to be down a little bit lower than that. But if you are weighing yourself every single day, what's going to happen is some days you haven't had as much water. Some days you've had a little bit more food. Some days it's more humid outside, you're not sweating as much. Some days it's so dry outside, you're sweating way more. Like your weight is going to fluctuate more because of just how much you're eating and how much fluid you have in your body. But over weeks, that's going to balance out. That's not going to be as big of a problem or as big of a factor between the here to here, which is a 2-week span. So we want the time frame, we want to give yourself time for you to be able to create some results that are measurable and so that we can see the difference. Now we want to do it if we're weighing ourselves. We do want to do it in about 2-week increments so that if what we're doing isn't working, we're not going too long without realizing that. All right, so this is definitely different from the competition and the progress check. This is just a little, this is a result check. All right, this is a result, making sure we're on the right path. This is a process check, not a product check. All right, so we want to make sure that we're able to give ourselves that little bit of leniency. Because the other thing is, it's not a superficial thing. If you are working out and you want to look bigger, we're not going to look in the mirror one day and then the next day we look in the mirror and we're like, whoa, I put on a ton of muscle. It doesn't work like that. So giving yourself time to weigh yourself, see if you're putting on more muscle in a few week increments, that's going to make your expectations more realistic and you're going to see more progress, and more progress means that you're going to stay motivated. And the key here is that we want to stay motivated so that we stay on our workout routine. Okay? So those are the 7 secrets. Track your routine, build in breaks, make sure you got accountability, set those goals, plan for fun days, set up competition, and give yourself time. If you stick to those 7 secrets and you utilize them when you're doing your routines, I guarantee you it will help you adhere to your routines a lot better and you'll see way more success. All right, so I'll let you go. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Hope that this was helpful, and if you ever have any questions, let me know.